Hey, Ben, what kind of a challenge do you guys face against a defense that brings as much pressure as Indiana likes to bring?
We've got to be on our game. We've got to really spend extra time in the film room and dial in on every small little detail while in practice and in the film room. So it'll be a big week mentally, making sure that we're on our assignments.
What added responsibility do you have, I guess, in terms of communication in a game like this and making sure guys around you know what they're supposed to do?
In games like this, it's vital for me to over communicate. So I need to make sure that everyone, both guards, both tackles, running back, know what call I'm making and where I'm going at all times. So it's better to over communicate than under communicate with a team like this. It's that well coached.
Thank
All
you.
right, we'll go to Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Ben, I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about the maturity you've seen in Matt Corral over the course of this season, the way that he's kind of grown as a leader.
Sure. Well, Matt's just, he's really, I think his accountability has been huge for him, personal accountability. And you see it just like how he spoke just a minute ago. Matt's just a leader, and he takes full accountability for himself. And I think that's huge, especially to play college football. If you can't take personal accountability, then you'll never grow as a player or as a leader. And I think Matt's really stepped into that role and of taking personal accountability while also holding others to the same standard. So
I was also curious, he was talking a minute ago about a culture change inside the program, that it wasn't all the way there yet, but that it was definitely on its way. You've been around for about the same amount of time. Do you agree with that assessment?
absolutely. I think guys are a lot more guys are buying in, and a lot more guys are giving that extra effort, whether that's in the field, whether that's in the weight room, whether that's, while we're watching film on our own. I think guys are really buying in. So.
And the last thing, you guys are going into this game, obviously, without at least some of the weapons that have been critical for your offense this year with, Elijah and Kenny and Braylon. And I don't know about Jerrion, but obviously you're not going to be at full strength. How much more pressure does that put on you guys to step up your games against a really good Indiana team?
The expectation's always the same, whether you're first string, second string, third string. There's the expectation does not drop. We have the expectation that we're taking the field and we're scoring a lot of touchdowns. So that does not change regardless who's in the game.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Nick.
Going off of what Neil just asked, Lane talked about those numbers with COVID and opt-outs and everything. How is the line heading into this? Are all the regular guys still practicing right now?
Yes, sir. We're all still practicing. We're all good to go.
Just for you and the other veterans up front and on the offense, how cool is it to finally get this opportunity to be playing in the postseason?
It's amazing. It's a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie, practicing right now, getting used to that. But, there's nowhere else I'd rather be with my brothers and getting ready for a bowl game. Never been to one, and going to Tampa sounds like a lot of fun, playing against a really, really good football team. There's nothing else I'd rather want to do January 2nd.
What do you say to some of the younger guys who about not taking this for granted? You've been through so much with these teams that couldn't go. What do you say that to these guys that are trying to make this the norm?
I'd say that to just take it all in. You're never promised tomorrow, so just take it all in and really just enjoy the process. This is the first bowl game I've been to, but I've enjoyed my process here at Ole Miss, and I've loved every single second of it. But just to really take it all in while you're here, because it will go by before you know it.
All right, David Johnson.
Hey, Ben, something that kind of gets lost in the shuffle with all the COVID-19 concerns and everything is you guys have basically been practicing since early July. How do you deal with the fatigue factor, both physically and mentally, of being out there, being engaged and practicing football for so long?
I'd say a couple things to touch on that. I'd say one, that pretty much everyone's fully bought in, so that's not really too big of a difficulty. And number two, we've also had quite a few bye weeks in between where we've had a little bit of extra time where we've had off and let our bodies recover and kind of just mentally just dial back in. So I think, yes, we have been practicing and playing much longer, but really in reality, like we've still only played, 9 games, and this is going on to our 10th. So having those extra bye weeks really kind of help just refresh everyone mentally and physically.
Did your dad play in a bowl game at Ole Miss?
Played in the Liberty Bowl, 1989. Yes, sir.
I know both your grandparents obviously played in bowl games at Ole Miss. I mean, how important was that to you to extend that?
It's huge. I obviously want to keep my family's winning streak alive of bowl games. I don't want to be the first to mess that up, but it's just a great opportunity to be able to represent my family out there. So
the Browns are undefeated in bowl games?
Don't quote me on that, but I know they're definitely positive. So
I'll look it up. Thank you, Ben.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. David.
All right, we'll go back to Parrish.
Hey, Ben, Lakia told us that he was coming back, going to take advantage of that extra year offered by the NCAA. Are you aware of any other teammates, offense or defense, that are coming back? He was not.
Not that no one really off the top of my head. Can't really think of really anyone, but I think everyone's just excited for another year. I mean, we just saw what we've done in just this one season, without even having a spring football and not even having a full off season of workouts. So I think that just really excites a lot of guys. Just we see our potential and we see our opportunity, and we're seeing Ole Miss football coming on the rise again. So I think that just creates a lot of excitement, and a lot of guys want to be a part of that.